Claps. Hey T Squad, it's me Keisha and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Real Housewives of Dubai Season 2 Episode 11 review. But before we begin, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who sent me birthday wishes and prayers. I tried to read every last one of them yesterday. I was just so touched by all of the sweet and kind words you all had to say to me. And thank you to each and every one of you who sent me a Cash App gift for my birthday. That was so sweet of you guys. It really warmed my heart and I am just so appreciative and thankful. I love you guys immensely. Now let's get into this review. So we see Chanel talking to her husband and Lisa talking to Rich about what happened during their trip to Bali. And they're talking about, you know, how they got into it and everything. And when Lisa's telling her side of the story to Rich says, you know, when she was banging on Chanel's door, Chanel told her to basically get the fuck on somewhere. Rich was like, you had to have done something to make her react like that. And that said a lot to me. It said a lot to me about Lisa and Chanel's character. Because remember, Chanel is saying that she told Lisa prior to that dinner that night that she told Stanbury and Talene about the voice memo. And when she got to the table, she tried to act like this was news to her and, you know, fronted on her and tried to clown her at that table. So much she ain't trust her, this, that, and the third. So when Rich said you had to have done something for her to react like that, it makes me believe what Chanel is saying even more. It really honestly does, because it goes to show to me that Chanel just wouldn't react like that for no reason. And from what we've seen up until now, Chanel has never been known to be a liar or anything like that. I just don't see her making something like that up. I do believe that she told Lisa prior to that dinner, but I guess we're going to find out at the reunion. So then we see Chanel visits Hoda Katan, who is the owner and creator of Hoda Beauty. I am obsessed with Hoda Beauty products. I use a lot of her shadows. I swear by her brow pencil. I love it. I just love her products. I got to get into her sister's perfume. If y'all let me know, have y'all tried her sister's perfume? It's the is it K Ali, or y'all know they really pretty. They're sold everywhere, but that's her sister. Let me know if they smell good. Are they long lasting? Let me know if you all have used them. But Chanel goes to her. They've known each other for over 10 years. And she told Ayan when she started her beauty company that if she ever needed any advice or help to come to her. So Ayan goes to visit her and shows her her products, which was so smart for her to do that on camera and to have that cosign from such a heavyweight in the makeup industry. And from what we've seen, it looked like Hoda really liked her products and everything. And she tells her, you know, instead of just selling online, you need to be in retail stores. And she was like, you know, we're working on that. She was like, yeah, you need to be in Sephora, especially Sephora Dubai. She was like, you want me to connect you with Sephora? And she was like, yeah. Like, that was a major plug. And it made me like Hoda even more because she didn't have to do that. She did not have to do that. You know, most people be looking like this is my competition or something like that, but you can tell she's a girl's girl. And I thought that that was just so dope of her to lend a hand to Chanel like that. And we also learned that Chanel owns the name. She says she owns everything. So that's good as well. So then we see Sarah at her house talking to Saba and Season 1 Housewife of Dubai, Nina Ali. It was so good to see Nina back on the show. I wish that they would bring her back next season. I forgot why she was fired. I don't think it was a situation where she left the show. I think she was let go. But, you know, Season 1, you know, I would often speak to Nina via Instagram DM. She was just always so sweet, so kind, and I really loved her on the show. And I think that her energy is needed. She was like, to me, like the Vicky Gunvalson or the Nene of the show, meaning like that older woman out of the women that was more grounded and gave like the advice and was like the soundboard of the girls. I liked her energy, and I think that her energy is needed. I would love to see her come back. If they added her back into the fray, I think that this cast would be 1000% complete. But Sarah goes on to tell them how her maid is arrested. She had to press charges against her maid because when she was out of town, she noticed that her maid kept on covering up the cameras, and that she found out her maid was having different men in and out of her house, and that the maid and certain guys were texting back and forth, and she was showing them pictures of her son, and the men was like, you know, he's really handsome, he's really cute and stuff, and was asking what time Sarah goes to work, what time she's home, what time he comes home, and this is that and the third. So it was obvious that it seemed like they were going to kidnap him for ransom or something like that. God knows. And it's just so frightening, and I'm so happy that Sarah was able to catch it before anything bad happened. She said she fired the maid on spot, and when the girl was packing up her stuff to go, she noticed that this heifer had her clothes and jewelry and all types of stuff. Let me tell you something, she better than me, because not only would I have whooped her ass, okay, but I would have whooped her ass again off of GP. Like, you're weird. And this just goes back to why you just can't have any and everybody in your house, whether they're staff members or whatever. It's, you know, that's why people often rely on family members to help with things, but hell, sometimes you can't even trust them. But she said that her son has suffered tremendously from this. He's been traumatized. He can't sleep and stuff like that. She's afraid to take him to the bus stop and stuff because she's afraid somebody might try to snatch him. And she said that, you know, she had to tell her son because the son had to be questioned by the police. And I get that, but I didn't understand why she was reiterating the whole situation in front of him with the women. If he's already traumatized and scared, why keep on talking about it, especially in front of him? I didn't think that that was appropriate, but hey, it ain't my child. But after that conversation, he goes in, I guess, his room or whatever, and she tells them about how her little boyfriend, Akeem, made her drop the podcast that she was going to do that was worth $45,000. Now, mind you, she said made her. Girl, that man didn't make you do anything. You's a fool to turn down that type of money over some dude that, is he even your man? Like, what is, girl? Absolutely not. Like, what? Like, ain't nobody made you do nothing. You decided to appease him and not take the job offer, which was absolutely ridiculous. You gotta take that L and blame yourself. And so she said that he had a shoot coming up and he was getting paid, like she said, about $2,000 or $3,000 for it because he's a model. And she said, well, you know, why don't you drop the shoot, you know, to prove to me that, you know, basically like you would do the same for me. And of course he didn't, because A, he need the money and he ain't no damn fool. So now she's sitting up here with egg on her face looking dumb. And Nina was like, girl, I told you that ain't the one. He ain't the one. But this dumb still on some, well, I just want to see if it's gonna work, you know. I just want to see if what gonna work. He done showed you 50 million times who he is. Like, women have to take accountability for the fact that we hold on to situations too long and put ourselves through unnecessary drama and hurt. It gets to a point where you can no longer blame the partner. You got to look at yourself and blame you for accepting certain behaviors from people when they have shown you what it is. And the same goes for men. So after that, Stanberry and Lisa link up to discuss what happened in Bali. And Lisa basically tells Stanberry that things went left between them when she threw Ayan under the bus. And Stanberry stands by the fact that she wasn't trying to get in between them. She wasn't trying to cause any mess. And that if she would have known that the voice memo came from Lisa, she really wouldn't have said anything. Lisa admits that what I've been saying this whole time, she admits to Stanberry that what Stanberry said about her at the season 1 reunion hurt her and really affected her. And I've been saying this from the beginning, that this is why she has been mad, and this is why she feels some type of way towards Ayan, because she feels like Ayan should know better. You know what this girl did to me. You allegedly know how this affected me, and you gonna sit up here and try to build a friendship with her. But see, this is where Lisa is also in the wrong, because instead of encouraging her to be friends with Stanberry and on some, I don't care, it don't bother me, just watch your back, you should have told her, hey, this bothers me that you would even think to befriend somebody that would say these types of things about me. It really bothers me and it really hurts me. But instead, she trying to act so unbothered, but low-key be saying slick stuff and being territorial and being jealous. Is coming out in different ways, So, Stanberry apologizes for the things that she said about Lisa at the reunion, but says that she felt like she was provoked because Lisa was saying things about her as well. They both were slinging mud at each other at the reunion. But she apologizes and they decide, they're going to move on and continue to try to build some form of a friendship. And they say that they really like each other. And I, once again, think if they could get past this BS, they could be really good friends. I really do think so. I think that they would make a great trio, her, Chanel, and Stanberry. But don't seem like that's going to be happening anytime soon. Lisa also says that it really bothered her when she called her an escort because Black women in Dubai often have that stigma on them. And that she thought that, the moms at her son's school would think that it was true and exclude her and stuff like this. And she said she didn't even want to drop her sons off at school and all of this stuff, which could very well be true. I kind of feel like Lisa's putting 10 on 20 and trying to just dig it in and make it a bigger thing than what it really truly is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that she was that affected by it, but I do think that she was pissed off about it. So after that, Brooks invites the ladies to a polo match. And I must say, I really loved Caroline's look. That was one of her cutest looks so far this season. But I was like, what was the weather like? Because she was buttoned up, honey. I was like, was she hot? But anywho, so the other ladies arrived dressed to the nines for the event. I gotta say that Lisa's outfit was by far the best. She looked so cute. I was obsessed with her outfit. Talene brings her hubby, Rafi, who hasn't seen Brooks since they got into it. And we learn via Brooks' confessional that she's actually known Rafi longer than she's known Talene. And she says that when they all got into it 2 weeks prior, that it hurt her more to fall out with Rafi than it did Talene. And I was like, oh, really? That was a shocker to me. I wonder how Talene is going to feel, or how she felt about that once she saw Sarah make that comment in her confessional, because I was shocked by that very much. But they speak to each other, and Brooks says in her confessional that they do need to have a conversation because she wants him to know how their confrontation with each other affected her. But this is not the time nor the place. Stanberry brings Sergio, worrisome ass, and her little good Judy that was financing her lifestyle, allegedly, Michael. He comes as well, too. So Chanel and Stanberry have a one-on-one conversation, and Chanel tells her that her relationship with Lisa has kind of been off. And once again, I've reiterated a million times why their relationship has been off. And I'm wondering, does Chanel wonder what's going on, or does she know what's going on and just trying to like act like it's not happening? Like, I really want to know, like, does she know why Lisa is upset with her and kind of has been acting weird and funny, or is she like literally clueless? Because it can't be like a shocker to her, like why Lisa's feeling some type of way, but maybe it is. Who knows? So Stanberry tells Sergio on her birthday, they kick it, you know, he got her a little Kelly bag and surprised her with cake and balloons and took her on a boat ride, and they discussed the baby situation once more. And Stanberry says that right now she's not ready to have a child. And Sergio says for the first time unequivocally that yes, he does want a baby. Like, this is a big thing for him and he needs this. And I don't blame him. And now Stanberry is on some, oh, I really got to take this more seriously and really think about what I'm going to do because this is make or break in my relationship. And it's like, Stanberry, you too old to be making comments and statements like that. Like, what were you thinking going into this marriage? You knew before y'all got married that this man really wanted to have kids. And it's obvious that you don't, which is fine. You are a woman of a particular age. You already got 2 or 3 grown kids. Who would want to start over at almost 50 years old? I know the hell I wouldn't, but this is what happens when you marry somebody half of your age, my love. So I'm just not understanding what she thought, because girl, bye. She needs to be honest with that man. And no, I don't want to have children. And y'all should not have gotten married. You have wasted that man's time and wasted your own, to be honest. He should have been a fun drive-by and nothing more, because this relationship, no. But yeah, that's my review of this week's episode of Real Housewives of Dubai. I'm going to give this week's episode a C+. It wasn't a lot that happened. I was more so into the fashion this episode than anything. But you guys let me know what you guys think about the episode. Tomorrow I will be dropping my celebrities that you didn't know or forgot dated video, so make sure you guys tune in and support and check it out. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.